All right, so today we're diving headfirst into the art world, but forget those paint-splattered canvases. We're talking algorithms, pixels, AI, the whole shebang.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it? This whole idea of art being this, well, human thing, and suddenly we've got AI jumping in, creating, makes you wonder what art even is.
It's true. I mean, I've played around with those AI image generators, right? Type in some crazy prompt like a raccoon wearing a monocle playing poker. Boom. Instant masterpiece. Or at least that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
But it's got to be more than a gimmick, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking serious stuff here. Complex neural networks crunching through mountains of image data, finding those hilly patterns, and then bam, using all that knowledge to create something totally new. And it all starts with, like you said, a simple text prompt. It's not just copying, it's like genuine creation.
So let me get this straight. If I'm the one typing in a hyper-realistic robot cat wearing a monocle, but the AI is the one actually generating the image, well, who really owns that?
You've hit on a big one there. It's one of those huge, thorny questions this whole AI art thing throws at us. Ownership. We'll definitely unpack those ethical dilemmas a bit later, but for now, I think the important thing is that these platforms, they're giving artists this whole new set of tools. It's exciting.
It's like that next Rembrandt project, wasn't it? Where they basically had an AI study Rembrandt's style and then create a brand new painting. Kind of spooky how accurate it was.
Right. And the coolest part is it wasn't about replacing Rembrandt. It was like having a digital ghost of his artistic sense come back and collaborate with us in the 21st century. Imagine the possibilities if we could do that with any artist.
Okay, but let's zoom out for a sec. How are like everyday artists using AI in their work, right now?
Think of AI as this awesome digital art assistant. Like imagine having tools that can remove the background from an image instantly. No more spending hours on that.
So instead of those tedious tasks, artists can focus on, well, the art itself.
Exactly. Platforms like Runway ML, it's like this amazing toolbox of AI-powered editing tools for images and videos. It's making all of that a reality.
Right.
You could even use AI to animate your artwork if you can't, say, draw those frame-by-frame animations.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. It's not just about, spitting out art from thin air. It's about giving artists the power to express their ideas in ways they never thought possible.
And it's making art more accessible. You don't need a Hollywood budget to make those crazy visuals anymore.
I bet it changes the whole approach for artists, right? Knowing they've got these powerful AI tools must open up so many possibilities.
Totally. It's becoming this dynamic back and forth between artist and machine, like a creative conversation. The artist sets the vision and then the AI jumps in with these unexpected ideas, suggestions, those happy accidents. It's wild.
It's funny. When I think AI and art, my mind usually goes straight to like those crazy AI generated landscapes, or maybe an AI composing a symphony. But what about the everyday stuff? How does this change how we experience art, like on a daily basis?
Oh, AI's got plans to shake things up there too. Think about art curation, for example.
Okay, so instead of me wandering around a museum for hours, hoping something catches my eye, an AI could point me to the stuff I'd actually like.
Exactly. Imagine Spotify or Netflix, but for fine art. Say you're really into impressionist landscapes, right? Like a Monet with those dreamy water lilies. AI could look at what you've liked before and be like, hey, you might also enjoy this artist or this specific painting.
No more art fatigue, no more decision paralysis. Sounds kind of scary how well it could know my taste.
It could be huge, not just for people who love art, but for artists themselves. Imagine a platform that connects these up-and-coming artists with their ideal audience, No more hoping to get discovered randomly online.
It'd be like having your own personal art advisor, like right there in your pocket, curating a collection just for you. But okay, let's get a little sci-fi here for a second. What about AI creating art in the metaverse?
Now you're talking. Things are about to get really, really interesting there. I mean, we're talking immersive digital worlds where you can't even tell where the viewer ends and the art begins. Imagine walking into this virtual gallery, right? But the artwork, it reacts to your movements, your emotions, maybe even your heartbeat.
Okay, now that's giving me some serious Tron vibes, and I'm here for it.
It's not even just about what it looks like anymore. It's about creating this whole experience, this personalized art experience. It's almost like you're stepping inside the artwork.
So instead of just looking at a painting of a storm, you're standing in the middle of it, and it's reacting to your every move.
Exactly. And this whole interactivity thing, it's not limited to the metaverse. AI is being used to breathe new life into art restoration and preservation, which is amazing.
Oh, that reminds me, I've always wondered about, like, how they go about restoring those old, crumbling masterpieces. Does AI play a part in that?
Absolutely. A big one, in fact. Imagine using AI to analyze a damaged fresco, like, say, the Sistine Chapel ceiling. The AI could be like, okay, this area is deteriorating, or this is the best way to restore it based on the original materials. It could even virtually reconstruct any missing parts with incredible detail.
Wow, so it's like giving art historians and those art conservators this whole new set of tools.
Exactly. They're still the experts, obviously, but AI gives them this like next level detail and insight that they just wouldn't have had before. But here's the thing, right? With all this talk about AI creating art, curating it, even restoring it, I gotta ask,
Yeah.
does something get lost in translation? Can an algorithm like really capture the soul of art, the human experience we feel in it?
That's the big question, isn't it? Like, we can talk about AI making these perfect sunsets or composing symphonies that make you cry, but can it really, capture that human element, that raw, messy part of art that really gets to you?
Yeah, it's a question that'll probably keep philosophers and art critics arguing for years. I mean, on the one hand, you've got this incredible technical skill, AI doing things that would blow even the old masters away. But can it really hit you in the gut the same way a painting does when you know it's infused with a lifetime of, joy, grief, all of it?
Like, maybe part of the beauty of art is knowing it came from a human experience, right?
Mhm.
Those shared emotions and stories, all the things that connect us.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating. AI is making us really think about these fundamental questions. What makes art art in the first place? Does it need that human touch, that intentionality to really speak to us? Or, like, is beauty really in the eye of the beholder no matter who or what created it?
Okay, so big picture time. If AI can already create art, tell us what art we should be checking out, even help artists make art. What does that even mean for the future of, well, art? Should we be excited, terrified, or somewhere in between?
Honestly, I think we should buckle up because it's going to be a wild ride. We'll probably see even more advanced AI art assistants like imagine a creative partner who knows your style better than you do. The collaborations, the boundaries they could push, it's going to be
And who
huge.
knows what crazy new art forms are just around the corner.
Hmm.
We could have AI making art that interacts with us, changes in real time, art that's totally unique to each person experiencing it. I mean, we're just scratching the surface here.
Totally. But here's the thing to remember. Even with all this crazy technological stuff happening, the human element, it's always going to be essential. An artist's vision, what they're trying to say, their ability to like connect with an audience on a deeper level, that's not something AI can replicate, at least not yet.
So it's not about replacing artists. It's about giving them this whole new way of expressing themselves, right?
Hmm.
New tools, new possibilities, pushing the boundaries of what art can be.
It's like when photography first came about. Some painters, they freaked out, thought it was the end, but others, they embraced it. They used it to explore new things. And look what we got. Impressionism, Cubism, a whole new world of art.
This whole conversation has really got me thinking. We're not just talking about algorithms and pixels anymore. We're talking about the future of creativity itself. It makes you think about how we as humans interact with technology, how we deal with these big questions, and how we just keep pushing the limits of what's possible.
That's what's so great about these deep dives, isn't it? We start with AI and art, and we end up contemplating the whole meaning of creativity and our place in a world that's like increasingly shaped by technology.
So to everyone listening, we'll leave you with this. AI is already changing the art world as we know it, but this is just the beginning. And as all these technologies keep getting more advanced, the question isn't really what AI will create, but what will you create with it? How will you use these new tools to help shape the future of art in the age of AI? That's something worth thinking about.